everyone, this is Emily and welcome back to Emily Central, your source to all things Philippines. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing if you are interested on learning a bit more about the Philippines and their travel update. Today is August 3 here in the United States, and you probably saw the title on my video that says One Health Pass, meaning you're interested on learning about what One Health Pass is all about. Because if you are headed to the Philippines anytime soon, yes, it is August 2022 and the Philippines still requires One Health Pass. In order for you to enter the Philippines, you need it at your check-in, and also you need it when you arrive in the Philippines. So what is a One Health Pass? One Health Pass is an electronic declaration about your health, okay? And who needs it? All passengers, regardless of your age, regardless of whichever country you may be coming from, and regardless of your vaccination. Each individual passenger will need to have a QR code so you can check in for your flight and you can enter the Philippines when you arrive there. When do you need it? You need to register for One Health Pass no more than within 72 hours from your departure date and time. What do you need to have with you? Before we start the tutorial, you need to prepare your passport with you, your itinerary, a Philippine phone number and address, your vaccination card if you are fully vaccinated. For foreigners, all foreign nationals will need to be fully vaccinated in order for you to enter the Philippines. And if you are fully vaccinated and you do not have a booster, the new rule is you need to have a pre-departure COVID-19 test, either a negative RT-PCR or a negative antigen test. Now that you know what it is, when you need it, who needs it, what you need to register, now let's take a look at this step-by-step guide and step-by-step tutorial on how to register for your One Health Pass and be able to have your QR code for your departure and for your arrival in the Philippines. Okay, so today is Wednesday, August 3 here in the United States. I am doing this actual tutorial as we speak, so you guys can have a better idea and understanding. If you are leaving for the Philippines anytime soon, then you'll kind of see what One Health Pass looks like, okay? So first things first, onehealthpass.com.ph is the only website that you need to go to directly. Please do not pay for your registration. Do not use a third-party website. Just go directly to this website and it will take you to the actual Bureau of Quarantine, okay? It will look like this. Go ahead and say close here. When you get to the main screen, it will look like this. There are several icons and all you need to use is register. You can either click on this blue icon, register, or EDAS HDC, the yellow icon, can also register you. But for today, we will go ahead and click register, this blue icon right here. This is just a reminder, okay, that it should be accurate. Everything that you're putting on here is accurate. Go ahead and say okay. And then monkeypox virus reminder, done and close, and it will look like this. This is your travel details. So this is the beginning of your process, okay? So this is just to tell you about foreigner or Filipino 18 years old and above who are fully vaccinated. Travelers without booster are required to upload their proof of vaccination status, okay? So if you want to read that, go ahead and do that. But if you're pretty familiar with everything, go ahead and come down here. When is your departure going to the Philippines? Please indicate the date of your departure. A reminder here, anything with red asterisk is required, okay? You cannot move through the whole process without entering any information here. So make sure you answer all the questions with red asterisk here. So you're gonna see that this here, it says month, day, and year. So some countries might use date first, then month, then year, okay? This is very easy. You can actually enter it yourself. So let's say today is 08/03/2022, okay? You can write it down yourself, or you can go to the drop-down calendar, okay? If you are leaving the United States, We are using the United States today as an example. You need to do this registration no more than 72 hours before your flight. So if you today is August 3 and then you're leaving on August 6 Saturday, then you'll be just fine. That will be a good time for you to register, okay? You're not gonna get an error here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you register too early, let's say you are leaving on the 8th, it will then give you an error here that says you are registering too early. Please come back and register within 72 hours prior to the time of your flight. So you want to come back no more than 72 hours before your flight, okay? So let's say we are leaving on Saturday the 6th from the United States. When are you arriving in the Philippines? Please indicate the date of your arrival in the Philippines. Same thing here. It's month, date, and year. You can write it down yourself or just do a drop down. If you are coming from the United States, especially in the West Coast, if you are leaving the United States, say San Francisco, California on the 6th, you will arrive in the Philippines August 8th. So that's what it's gonna look like. Select type port of entry in the Philippines. Are you arriving at the airport or the seaport? Most of us will be arriving at the airport. Now, here I get a lot of questions when it comes to this. Airport of arrival, okay? Select port of entry. Just do a drop down here. There's going to be a lot of airports in the Philippines that accepts international flight. Please take a look at your ticket, your itinerary to see where you will be arriving in the Philippines. Especially if you're going to Manila, there are going to be different airports, okay? If you are taking Philippine Airlines, most likely you are going to be arriving in NAIA Terminal 2. That is where I arrived from San Francisco, California. You would pick that. I really suggest that you look at your ticket. It will tell you exactly where you will arrive. If you are arriving in Cebu, you would pick Cebu. Please note here, you wanna enter the airport that you are arriving at in the Philippines. First airport that you are arriving at, not your domestic flight, okay? So if you are arriving in Manila, NAIA Terminal 2, then you would enter that here. Are you arriving as a passenger or crew? Most of us will be an aircraft passenger. We will go ahead and say aircraft passenger. Now, when we get to classification, 3 selections here, okay? 3 choices. OFW, I got a question. What does that mean? It means overseas Filipino workers. So Filipinos that goes abroad and work there, okay? So if you are a Filipino and you work abroad, you would pick that. So that is an OFW. If you are an OFW, you will get another selection here. Your occupation category. You are either a land-based, sea-based, or undocumented. So pick one, whichever pertains to you. If you are an OFW and you work land-based, pick that. If you work sea-based, go ahead and pick that. And that is what it's going to look like for you guys if you are an OFW. Now, if you are a non-OFW, you are not an overseas Filipino worker, you can click non-OFW. If you are a dual citizen or a foreigner, you can pick non-OFW. I've shared many videos about this. My uncles, my aunts, my friends, my viewers. Either one will work. Or if you are a foreign national, you are not a dual citizen, you are a balikbayan, you're not Filipino citizen, go ahead and pick foreign national. Either one, foreign national or a balikbayan, either one will work. Non-OFW or foreign national. For today, we will go ahead and say we are a foreign national, okay? Have you been vaccinated for COVID-19? Foreign nationals, you need to be fully vaccinated in order for you to enter the Philippines. So you will have to say yes here, okay? Now, vaccination card. WHOICV, National Vaccine Card, or Philippine Vaccert PH. If you're from the United States, well, you will have a CDC vaccine card. Whichever country you might be coming from, it is now accepted, okay? So just go ahead and click National Vaccine Card, unless, of course, you have a WHOICV or you have a Philippine Vax Cert PH. If you were vaccinated in the Philippines, you will have a Philippine Vax Cert PH. But for now, we're going to say National Vaccine Card, okay? Now, here, your country where you were vaccinated, you're going to say United States of America if that is where you were vaccinated. Whichever country you might be vaccinated, go ahead and click that. And we'll press next, okay? And this is where it will take you. One Health Pass registration platform. I went ahead and prepared a tutorial for you guys. And when it looks like this, I reminded you about the asterisk. You need to fill out everything that has a red asterisk. We will go over all the new changes on this One Health Pass as of August 2022. So let's go ahead and start with personal profile. None of the information that I'm entering here are real, okay? This is just an example, all right? So we're gonna start with personal profile. Last name, okay, is required, so you would enter your last name here. First name is required as well. You would enter your first name here, okay? Middle name is now required, so you have to enter your middle name, okay? When you get to suffix, that is not required. Go ahead and leave that blank. Unless you really want to do it, if you're a junior or senior, you can do so. But you can also leave it blank. Sex, drop down here, male or female. When you get to your birthday, okay, birth month, birthday, and birth year. This is new right here. It used to be you just enter your birthday and then it will give you the age. Now it's separate, okay? Birth month, birthday, and birth year. So you want to do a drop down here for the month of your birthday. Today we're just using this as an example. Birthday, okay? This is the date of your birthday, okay? January 1. Birth year 1970. Do a drop down, find the year you were born. So that is a new here that about One Health Pass. Civil status, drop down, single, married, widow, divorced, annulled, or separated. Today we are married. Nationality, drop down here, whichever country you are from and the nationality of that country. So here's British, Belgian. Today we are American, so we're gonna go ahead and pick American. Phil health number, okay, required. I get a lot of questions about this. What is it? This is an insurance in the Philippines. So Phil health number. If you do not have it, you have to type NA, okay? If you do not have it, if it is not applicable to you, then type NA. You cannot leave it blank because there is an asterisk. So we're gonna go ahead and type NA, okay? That way our application, our registration will work, okay? Now, this is where you need your passport number. Go ahead and enter your passport number here. This is just an example. You get to contact number. Getting a lot of questions about this too. Does it have to be a Philippine phone number? Because at one point, they were allowing us to enter our local phone number of the country where we are coming from. But now it is very specific. Enter local Philippine phone number here. Guys, you can use a friend's phone number, a friend's cell phone number, a family. It does not matter. Go ahead and enter a working phone number in the Philippines, okay? If it's a cell phone, 0917-123-45678, okay? This is just an example, but it has to be a Philippine phone number that is a working phone number, okay? In case Bureau of Quarantine needs to contact you. When you get to email address, go ahead and enter your email address here. Make sure it is a working email address. Also, another question, Emily, I'm going with my child. Can I use the same email address? Yes, you can use the same email address for your child, your spouse. It's not gonna matter as long as it is a working email address. Now, when you get to occupation, go ahead and drop down here. The Philippines wants to know what you do. All right, you can be a worker. You don't want to state it. You can say others. You can be a diplomat. Today we are a housewife, okay? We're just gonna use housewife. And then you can do retired, professional, admin. So pick whichever one pertains to you. Today we are a housewife. Permanent country of residence. Where are you living? Where do you live permanently, okay? Today, here's are all the countries. We're using United States of America, so that is your country of residence. Permanent city of residence. Whatever city you come from the United States or from whatever country, go ahead and type it here. There is no drop down. You need to type it out. So San Francisco is for our example today. Now let's move to residence details. If you have a resident there, go ahead and enter your residence information, destination upon arrival in the Philippines. But if you're going to a hotel, no problem. Go ahead and pick hotel, enter the name of your hotel and the province and the city, okay? But today we are using residence. You want to enter the street, the subdivision name, okay? Purok is like the barangay, the subdivision in the Philippines, okay? The province here is required. Go ahead and drop down. Find the province you are going to. Today we are going to Davao City and that province is Davao del Sur. Okay, but here's Laguna, Maguindanao, Camiguin, Bohol, Bukidnon. So just find that. So here we are going to Davao del Sur as our province. We are going to city. Which city? If you do a drop down here, it will tell you all the city in Davao City. So today we are just going to the city of Davao. Now, when you get to travel details, this is where you're going to need your itinerary with you, okay? So travel itinerary, country, territory, port of exit. What country are you coming from, okay? What country are you exiting? United States of America. But here is all the countries. Find your country here where you are coming from and enter that here. Airline name. I'm glad that they made a change on this. If connecting flights, please indicate the flight going to the Philippines, okay? Because we are using San Francisco, California as an example, a lot of places, a lot of passengers use Philippine Airlines. So Philippine Airlines is a direct flight. Most of the time it is a direct flight, okay? So you would enter Philippine Airlines. That is the flight that you are taking all the way to the Philippines. But if you are taking a connecting flight, okay? Let's say you are taking Japan Airlines and it's a different flight number, okay? Japan Air. You want to enter the flight number that is going to the Philippines. So San Francisco to Japan, then Japan to Manila. You want to enter the flight that you are heading to the Philippines, not the flight that is coming from the United States, okay? I hope that makes sense. So here, you want to enter the flight number. Take a look at your itinerary and the flight number for Japan to Manila, okay? Not the flight number from San Francisco to Japan, because that is the flight that they want you to enter, all right? And then flight number is not needed, seat number is not needed. Here, when you get here, main purpose of visit to the Philippines. You're gonna say that you are going there to visit friends and relatives, and here are all the information that you can pick from. You are going there for medical reason or for holiday or vacation. It's not gonna matter whichever one you pick, okay? And then here you might be wondering, wait, I did not pick non-OFW, I picked foreign national. Don't worry about that, okay? Because for some reason, I don't know if they just missed this, but everything says for non-OFW, okay? So just don't worry about this part here. Just answer a drop down what you will be doing in the Philippines, your main purpose. Now, let's take some time here. I did a tutorial on this just for this part here. If you are fully vaccinated with a booster, let's just go over this real quick, all right? So if you are fully vaccinated, because you are a foreign national, you need to be fully vaccinated to enter the Philippines. Your first dose, your date, for example, you got it done July 1st. Name of vaccine, you got Pfizer, but if you do a drop down here, here are all the different vaccines, okay? This is if you have a second dose, okay? If you got Pfizer, Moderna, but if you had gotten a one dose series like Johnson & Johnson, you will not be asked for a second dose, okay? That makes a difference. But today, we are gonna say that we are fully vaccinated with Pfizer. We will have a second dose. So you are going to enter your second dose here, or do you have a second dose? You say yes, okay? Date of second dose, month, date, and year. And you say you got it done July 22. Name of your vaccine was also Pfizer. Now here makes a difference for you guys. If you are fully vaccinated with a booster, then you can fly to the Philippines without needing a negative RT-PCR test. If you are fully vaccinated with no booster, then you're gonna need an RT-PCR antigen test, all right? So for today, we will say, yeah, we are, well, let me show you the difference. If you're gonna say you are fully vaccinated with a booster, you're gonna say yes here, and then you will have to enter your dose when you got your booster, okay? So this is the date. Say you got it August 1. Name of vaccine, you got another Pfizer. Where did you have it done? Where were you vaccinated? If it was the United States, go ahead and enter that. And here you will upload your vaccine card. Let me show you the tutorial that I did. And then you will upload, choose file, your vaccine card. It's gonna look like that, and you say open. It has to be a PDF, JPEG, JPG, PNG. When you get to upload proof of booster dose, another upload for proof of booster dose. Since you are trying to prove that you are fully vaccinated with a booster, you're gonna need to say yes here. And it's gonna ask you to upload again. If the vaccine card is the same as the first file, your booster dose is there, go ahead and choose that file. So you wanna do choose file. You're going to want to go to the folder wherever your Vax card might be, and it says right here Vax card and says open. So that is what it's going to look like for you, for your vaccine information. If you are fully vaccinated with a booster, you need to upload it twice. First one is your first dose and second dose, or even third dose might be there, and then you need to upload the card with the booster dose showing. And remember, it does not matter if your flight is tomorrow or the day after or 2-3 days later. It does not matter. There's no requirement for you to wait 14 days after your booster shot to fly to the Philippines. When you get to countries travel, this is optional here. A lot of people are asking me, do I have to enter all the countries that I entered the last 30 days? And you don't have to. This is optional. It does not have a red asterisk. I've done many One Health Pass for families and friends, and we left it blank and they had no issues. Exposure history, you will need to do this. Exposure history to known, probable, and confirmed COVID-19 case 14 before the onset signs and symptoms. Just be honest here, guys, okay? And this is also about monkeypox. So if you have been exposed, say yes, okay? If you haven't, say no. All right. If you don't know, say unknown, but pick one here. Clinical information. Have you been sick the past 30 days? You're going to say yes. It will ask you for your symptoms. If you say no, nothing there. Comorbidities. Do you have any comorbidities? Yes or no. A viewer asked me, we entered something there that we have comorbidities. Is that gonna make a difference? No, it is not gonna make a difference. If you want to enter that you have comorbidities, go ahead and do so. That is not gonna matter, okay? But if you don't, go ahead and say no. When you get here, it will just give you the data privacy affidavit of undertaking. You want to read it, you can do so. But if you are go ahead and okay with everything, you've already double checked all your information and you did not miss anything, make sure that you click this white box right here. Okay, you want to click on that you will hereby attest that whole information is stated on this application are true and correct based on your personal knowledge. Okay, so when you get here, click on that CAPTCHA security. This is very important that you copy us exactly as it appears. 3A C M G D. Okay, but so just copy what it says there, and then what you want to do is click submit. Okay, but I am not going to click submit right now because, as I said in the beginning, all of these are just examples. Okay, so we're not gonna put this through the whole system and create a QR code for something that is just an example. It's not real information. But let me show you guys exactly what you will get when you hit submit. You'll process it and give you a QR code. Make sure that you take a screenshot of that QR code because I have been getting a lot of viewers telling me that they did not get any emails at all. So make sure that you take a screenshot right away. As soon as you hit submit, it will give you a screenshot. Let me show you what it will look like. Thank you all very much for watching. Maraming salamat po. Please do take care of each other. And if you can like this video and share it to anyone that might find useful, I would really appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care. Bye.